Hello everyone. Today's lecture is about a very important concept to be studied in macroeconomics. We are going to study about money. Money is defined as an asset which functions as generally accepted medium of exchange and can be used directly to buy any good or service offered for sale in the economy. Money is characterized by being completely liquid asset. An asset is fully liquid if it can be used directly without any extra cost or restrictions to make payments. In macroeconomics, money is used as a common unit of measurement and exchange and is a significant concept to be studied. In terms of money value, behavior of economic forces is ascertained and corrective actions are suggested accordingly. Money for the sake of money is not an end in itself, as money can't be used directly for consumption. The American writer and humorist Ambrose Bierce stated in 1911 that money is a blessing that is of no advantage to us except when we part with it. It means one cannot eat the returns or wear his bank account. Do you think that is a possibility? And the answer is no, because the usefulness of money rests in exchanging it for goods or service. Money is used by people for purchasing or selling goods and services, and money is widely accepted by both buyers and sellers. Moving forward, let us study how has money evolved under a span of thousands of years. Evolution of money began with barter system. Barter is the most primitive way of exchange of goods and service that existed in ancient era. Barter system denotes exchange of one good for another. However, this system involved number of problems like double coincidence of wants, absence of a common measurement of value, difficulty of storing wealth and huge problems of divisibility. Barter system was replaced by commodity money due to many constraints. Double coincidence of wants is one of the major constraints in barter system. It is a situation in which two people each want some good or service that the other person can provide. For instance, if a person A has a pair of glasses and wants a piece of shirt, he must find someone who has a piece of shirt in the correct size and who is willing to exchange the shirt for his pair of glasses. Such a trade is likely to be difficult to be carried out. In a modern economy, complexity of such trades is really high with its extensive division of labor that involves thousands of different jobs and goods. Another problem with the barter system is that it also makes it difficult to enter into future contracts for the purchase of many goods and services. For example, if the goods are perishable, it may be difficult to exchange them for other goods in the future. In case a farmer wants to purchase farm equipment in 6 months using a fresh crop of mangoes, this transaction will be difficult to carry out. Additionally, while the barter system may work to an extent in small economies, but it will keep them from growing. The time that individuals would otherwise spend in producing goods and services and enjoying leisure time is spent bartering. The next step in evolution is use of commodity money. Let us study about it. Over the time, man learned that whatever was to be used as money must possess certain characteristics. The thing must be easy to test for quality, must have divisibility without loss in value, must be manageable in weight, etc. These all features led to arrival of commodity money. From ancient times until several hundred years ago, commodity money functioned as the medium of exchange in most societies. It is money that is made up of precious metals or other valuable commodities that have intrinsic value. In the past, ordinary commodities such as seashells, rice, rocks, salt, shells, precious metals, etc. served as money. These commodities were easily divisible, easy to carry, had low storage cost and low transportation cost. Hence, were used as money and came to be known as commodity money. By the 19th century, commodity money almost exclusively came to mean metallic money. Precious metals have universal acceptability with high value, durability and longevity. Hence, they were accepted around the world. We can term the same as metallic money. After commodity money came the paper money in existence. In the steps of evolution of money, the movement from commodity money to paper money is of high significance. People accept money not because they can consume directly, but it can be used directly as a medium of exchange for buying goods and services. However, paper currency refers to pieces of paper that function as a medium of exchange. Originally, paper currency carried a guarantee that it was convertible into a fixed quantity of precious metals like gold. Paper money has been a significant step in evolution that exists in parallel with bank money, which we shall discuss now. Bank money is the money of modern age. It includes promissory notes, demand drafts, checks, etc. These paper instruments are used for making payments from one person to another. The money gets transferred via banks as a mediator. For example, a check is an instruction from you to your bank to transfer money from your account to someone else's account when he deposits the check. The introduction of check was a major innovation that improved the efficiency of the payment system. The use of check reduces transaction costs, improves economic efficiency and can be drawn for large amounts, etc. Another advantage of check is that they can be written for any amount up to the balance in the account, making transactions for large amount much easier. Similarly, there are other instruments that are used as medium of payment or method of remittance. Modern technology has made it possible to have innovations that a man couldn't think of otherwise. Plastic money is one such innovation that has simplified the transactions to a great extent. Let us study what is plastic money and e-money. In course of evolution, plastic cards were introduced by the bankers, which are referred to as plastic money in layman's language. These cards can either be debit cards or credit cards and can be used to make payment for goods and services at places with card swiping facility. When using debit cards, the amount spent during a transaction gets deducted from the balance available in the account of holder and is transferred to the seller's account. There is no any credit given on the debit card and thus no interest is charged by the banks. The card holder can use it up to the limit of the balance in his account. For credit card holders, limited credit is given on their account. Person can spend up to limit on his credit card. The banks then charge interest for the amount spent by the card holder. It is highly convenient for people to make purchases in absence of balance in their account and can be used as a mode of credit for the stipulated period. Another development that has come in the 21st century is the e-payment or use of e-money to purchase goods and services. The development of inexpensive computers and the spread of internet now has made it easy and convenient to pay bills electronically. Electronic payments result in cost saving compared to payments made by checks. Electronic payments technology can substitute not only for checks, but also for cash in the form of electric money or e-money. E-money refers to money that exists only in electronic form and involves transfer of money. Some forms of e-money include online bill payments, whereby money is transferred straight from buyer's bank account to the seller's bank account according to prior arrangements you have made. The latest trend is e-cash, which is used highly on the internet to purchase goods or services and carry out transactions. A consumer gets e-cash or e-money by setting up an account with a bank that has links to the internet and then has the e-cash transferred to his smartphone or PC. He can buy goods and services using e-cash. Now, let us look into the definition of money. According to Crowther, money is anything that is generally acceptable as a means of exchange and which at the same time acts as a measure and store of value. Thus, anything is money, generally acceptable as medium of exchange. Second, at the same time it must act as a measure of value, and third, a store of value. There is one more definition given by Foster and Catchings. According to them, by money, economists understand that thing which goes on changing hands in exchange of goods and services, is regularly accepted for making payments, is accepted by convention without applying any qualitative or quantitative test, and is accepted without credit of the man who gives it. In this definition also, money is used as a medium of exchange, but it is emphasized that the thing must be circulated or must go on changing hands. People may for once accept food grains as their wage, but food grains do not go on changing hands. Thereby, they can't be accepted as money. Also, the person who accepts money accepts it to use for making payments to others. In other words, money is used for making payments. According to the definitions, third characteristic is the thing which is accepted as money should be accepted at its face value without reference to weight, form or fineness of it. This condition makes money universally acceptable. People should accept money from anybody without looking for the credit of the person who gives it. Now, let us study the features of money. Firstly, money serves as a medium of exchange, which means that money acts as an intermediary between the buyer and the seller. Instead of exchanging one good for another, the goods and services are now exchanged for money. This money is then used to buy other goods or pay for services. To serve as a medium of exchange, money must be widely acceptable as a method of payment in the global market for goods, services, labor and financial capital. Money acts as a medium of exchange as it's generally accepted. Money segregates a transaction into buying and selling activities separately. Second, money must serve as a store of value. In a barter system, we saw the example of the person trading pair of glasses for a piece of shirt, but he risks having his shirt go out of style in case he keeps it in his closet for future use. Its value will decrease with each season. Shirt is not a good store of value. Holding money is a much easier way of storing value. You know that you do not need to spend the money immediately because it will still hold its value with time. The value of money will keep changing as per the circumstances in the economy. For example, during inflation, purchasing power of money reduces, thereby reducing the value of money. Even though the value changes, but money remains money. It acts as a store of value. Money being generally acceptable and its value being more or less stable, it is ideal for use as a store of value. Non-perishable assets can be stored in the form of money. For instance, property can be sold and its value can be held for a long period in terms of money and converted into other assets as and when necessary. Third, money serves as a unit of account or unit of measure. For example, a doctor may charge rupees 500 for consultation. That 500 can purchase 10 pens at rupees 50 per pen or any product that the doctor may desire to purchase any product or a service at a value equal or lesser than rupees 500. Money acts as a common denominator for measuring the value of goods or services, which simplifies the calculation for accounting for them. Money is a common measure of value which makes it possible to determine the rate of exchange between various goods and services purchased by the people. Exchange value of commodities can be expressed in terms of money. For instance, we can say that 20 meters of jute cloth costs $20 or rupees 1400 only. Fourth important feature of money is that money serves as a standard of deferred payment. This means that money is usable today to make purchases and is also acceptable to make purchases today that will be paid in the future. For instance, loans and future agreements are stated in terms of money, and the standard of deferred payment allows us to purchase any good or avail services today and pay in the future after a stipulated period of time on a promised date. Future transactions can thus be carried out in terms of money. The loans taken at present can be repaid in the future. Only money facilitates that. Final and an important feature of money is transfer of value, that is, value of assets can be transferred from one person to another or to any institution or to any place by transferring money. The transfer of money can take place irrespective of places, time and circumstances. Money has made it possible for transfer of purchasing power, which is of vital importance in commerce and trade related transactions. Thus, money serves as a medium of exchange, store of value, unit of account, standard of deferred payment and transfer of value. Now, let us study the role of money in developed economies. Modern economy has a vital role in savings and investments. Use of money in various transactions is an important characteristic of modern developed economies. Money has its significance in such economies in the given ways. Firstly, in market mechanism. In words of Professor Ham, the use of money divides the market into buyers and sellers and splits the barter into market supply and demand. Supply and supply and demand determine the market prices, which are the exchange values in units of money. The direction of production is determined according to the existing and expected prices. The price of means of production, the businessman's expenses and the prices of finished goods. The difference between these two sets of price means profit or losses to the producer. According to the expected profit or losses, the production is contracted or expanded. Second role of money is developed credit markets. Lending is a service where it is to be repaid in terms of money after a certain period. A uniform price in the form of an interest rate can get established only when lending and borrowing are effected through money. Thus, developed credit market, which are of vital importance in economic development, find a crucial place in developed economies. Next role of money is freedom of choice. In developed economies, variety of goods and services are available for consumers. Money gives a freedom of choice to consumers to buy the goods and services which would not have been a possibility in barter exchange. Money becomes the bearer of option. With money, one can make the choice without any force or compromise. Next role of money is social freedom. Payment of money wages gives social freedom to the people in society. They can pursue the occupation of their choice, earn money and spend on the things that they desire. Next role of money is measurement of taste of consumers. Money expenses incurred by consumers act as an objective measure for analyzing the subjective change in the taste and choices of customers, after which steps are taken by the producer to alter the production accordingly. Next role of money is in draft of policy instrument. Highly monetized economy use money in all their economic activities. High volume of money is in circulation in such economies. Various monetary policies are designed to maintain and balance the flow of money supply in such economies. Next important role of money is that it is index of economic development. Due to multiplicity of functions performed by money, monetization has become key indicator of economic development. Monetization has brought stability to trade and commerce, production, consumption and the economy as a whole. Money can also be explained as narrow money and broad money. Thus, we have studied the concept of money in detail with focus on aspects like its definitions, stages of evolution, features and role. Thank you.